It's Week 12 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Dolphins coming up next.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston. And incomplete to open things up. And Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 53 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Finding room to the 20, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. From the red zone now, Winston. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's long. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Winston. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's me, baby. Turn it up, turn it up.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 28. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking in the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. DJ Jones never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. Again, it's Winston. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 2nd down and 3. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. To throw, Winston. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From the 10 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Come on now, let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston going for the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Jameis to throw it. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle as the 1st half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And this is now a one-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a visiting call. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds, broken tackle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 4. Winston. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Get off the field.
And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Point after try forthcoming. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the 1st quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Doug Costin on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Back now in Miami. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, open man is Duvernay. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. Did the Cardinals want to take over the excellent field? So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. On 2nd down and 4. Murray letting one go deep for the end zone. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd. Eagles on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Murray off play action. Step, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. 25 to Mike. We're going.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Winston. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? Just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Jameis now on 1st down. On the screen, this is Edmonds. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. On 1st and 10, Winston.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
That catch good for only a couple. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Winston now from the 50.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now Winston on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A 1st down throw for Winston. Gets it to Strong. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And his pass incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The point after is good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and 5. To throw is Winston. He's got Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down, Winston. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Long. 7 yards to pick up there. Throwing again on second down. Winston. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Gets by him at the 25. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. One last shot now for Winston. That throw complete to his tight end Long. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Miami, their luck